Welcome back, beer tubers. Ryan here, back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to December 22nd, 2012. We're going to take a look at the Lost Abbey's Mayan Apocalypse Judgment Day. So this is a special version of Judgment Day they released, and it says on the bottle, I don't know if you saw it on the camera, it says best after 12/21/12. So day after that date. Let's get this thing open. It's 10.5%. It's been forever since I reviewed the regular Judgment Day. That was like one of my first 10 reviews, or first 5 reviews. So be looking forward to reviewing a different version of this beer. They used dried chilies, I think cinnamon and tamarind, I believe, were the extra ingredients in this beer. A lot of carbonation. This glass always produces a lot of carbonation. It's great for nosing up a beer as well. So yeah, dried chili, cinnamon, tamarind. They did a barrel fermentation with this beer. They actually did not ferment it in stainless steel. They fermented it in, I believe, some older bourbon barrels. I think is what, not sure the barrel type, but they definitely fermented it in barrels and then added in the spices. Pours out a it's a pretty dark red, kind of in mahogany, some brown notes, ton of carbonation coming up. Got 2.5 fingers of just a light brown head on there. It's a nice looking Belgian style quadruple, or Belgian style strong dark ale. Let's get the nose. Now I don't know what tamarind is, so I don't know what kind of character it has on the beer, but you definitely get an extra spice character to this beer. I mean, there's a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of what I'm guessing is the tamarind, and maybe a touch of dried chili, but not a whole lot. It's basically a big raisiny kind of beer. You know, it's got the dark fruits, some sweet caramel, maybe some spiciness coming from some yeast esters, but it's hard to tell what the spices are doing until we take a taste. So let's do that. Cheers. Yeah, it's definitely a little spicier than the regular one, or at least I remember of regular Judgment Day. Dried chilies give more of a flavor. There's no real heat to it, so if you're worried about it being, you know, having some heat, there's no heat to it. Speaking of heat, though, in terms of alcohol, it's pretty well masked for 10.5%. This beer is pretty fresh. There's some warming going down the throat, but flavor-wise, you don't really get a whole lot. So immediately on the palate, you're attacked with a lot of carbonation, and then it goes, and that carbonation kind of helps deliver some of the spicy characteristics of the beer. The cinnamon and the tamarind and the dried chilies are not overpowering. They're just adding a nice subtle complexity to the beer. I seem to get more of that spicy, peppery, sort of phenolic yeast character in there as well. The back, or the middle of the beer, has a lot of that sweetness, ton of raisin, a little bit of like a plum character in there, you know, just that kind of generic dark fruits, a little bit of like a berry note in there, like a red berry note, just a subtle bit of that, and then big sweet caramel bready notes. The back end, the beer dries out a lot. I get a little bit of like an oak tannin character. The spice character, be it from the spices added or the yeast, sort of comes back around. The alcohol helps dry out the beer. That's when you pick up just a little bit on the flavor right at the end, and you get a little bit of a lingering breadiness and a little spiciness. So it's definitely a unique take on the regular Judgment Day, and I bought a few more to see how this one will age. I'd definitely be curious. I'm sure it's going to develop nicely. The spices are not overwhelming, which is kind of nice. You don't want the chilies just to overpower, or even the cinnamon to overpower the beer. Just adding a little nice salty to the beer. So I don't remember what I gave the regular Judgment Day. I think it was probably like an B plus, A minus. That's kind of where I'll put this one. I'm gonna go B minus with it. You still get the main Judgment Day with that big raisin character, because I don't think I mentioned that, but it does say it's brewed with actual raisins that they caramelize. And this one just adds in some spices. So if you like a really raisiny forward dark fruit beer, with a little bit of extra spice to go along with the spiciness from the yeast. You know, check this one out. It's reasonably priced. I think I picked it. It was like $5 at the brewery, so not too bad. That's gonna wrap it up. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.